She just moving. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay. She's moving. Boom. Who is that?
Valfran 406.
Valfran sure is. Damn.
You put it right
God dang.
She must need a vacation. She is ready.
Valfran.
You put it right on her.
Valfran 406.
Username.
That's the RF. Spell it for VAL.
FRAN 406.
VAL.
FRAN 406.
406. Valfran 406. That's our cruise winner for today. Y'all shout.
So we gonna just kind of play.
There are moments that
Ready?
remind us why hard work, faith, and purpose never go unnoticed, and this week, Melody Shari gave the world one of those moments. What started as a simple live session turned into a celebration of community, growth, and impact. It was more than just a sale. It was more than just another broadcast. It was a display of how far she's come, from heartbreak and public scrutiny to standing tall as a woman who has built something real, something that's changing lives. During her latest live stream, Melody didn't just connect with her fans, she rewarded them. In the middle of the excitement, she announced something unexpected, something that had everyone in the comments cheering, a cruise giveaway. The energy was light, the laughter was real, and the chat was filled with love. Then, when she called out the winner, you could feel the joy in her voice. Valfran 406, she said with a big smile. That's our cruise winner for today. The moment was pure and genuine. It wasn't staged or overly produced. It was Melody being Melody, generous, thoughtful, and connected to her people. Fans celebrated like family. Congratulations poured in. Everyone cheered for Valfran 406 like they were all in the same room together. It was one of those moments that showed what makes Melody so different. She doesn't just build a brand, she builds a bond. Each sale, each product, each giveaway, is wrapped in authenticity. She makes everyone watching feel seen, heard, and appreciated. As the live went on, Melody invited her brother Marcus to talk about the cruise experience. Marcus, who owns a travel company that specializes in cruises, shared his excitement and talked about what makes traveling by sea so special, the food, the entertainment, and the peace that comes from being surrounded by the ocean. He described it as relaxing, joyful, and full of opportunities to meet people from all over the world. Melody laughed and said she wasn't sure about the peace part, joking that she didn't know if she'd get real quiet time on a cruise with thousands of people around. That small moment of laughter captured something special. It showed that even though Melody has built an empire, she's still humble, still down to earth, still the girl who likes to ask honest questions and keep things real. Her connection with her audience comes from that truth. She doesn't pretend to have all the answers. She listens, she laughs, and she learns. When the conversation turned to cruise preferences, the chat lit up. People debated between Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Virgin Voyages. Marcus said he preferred Carnival, the fun ship, as he called it. Melody, ever the classy one, joked that Royal Caribbean was probably more her style, calm, organized, and elegant. But Marcus was convinced she'd love the energy of Carnival once she saw how much fun it could be. The back and forth was light-hearted, filled with sibling energy, and fans couldn't stop laughing. But underneath the fun, something deeper was happening. Melody wasn't just selling a product or giving away a trip. She was nurturing a culture. Her lives are no longer just about promoting her skincare line. They've become safe spaces where women feel inspired, valued, and celebrated. Her business has turned into a movement, one where beauty meets purpose, and self-care becomes a form of empowerment. That energy became even more powerful when one of her viewers, Miss Brenda, came up live to share her story. She spoke softly but with pride. She said Melody's products had changed her life, not just her skin, but her confidence. She had struggled with issues she thought were hereditary, problems she assumed she'd have to live with forever. But when she started using Melody's green tea extract bundle, everything changed. Her skin began to heal. Her glow came back. She said the products truly worked, and that she was proud to support a brand created by a woman she admired. Melody's face lit up. You could see the gratitude in her eyes. She thanked Miss Brenda for her kind words and reminded everyone that the ingredients in her skincare line, especially the green tea extract, were carefully chosen to help with exactly those kinds of issues. It wasn't just about looking good on the outside, but about restoring what life had taken from the inside out. She reminded her viewers that some of the things we think we have to accept, whether it's tired skin, uneven tone, or hereditary dullness, can actually be reversed when we take care of ourselves the right way. And that's when another woman came up to speak, Miss Pat. Her story moved everyone watching. She shared that she was a cancer survivor who had gone through chemotherapy, and that the treatment had left her skin damaged and fragile, like a paper bag, she said. The room went silent for a moment as she explained how she had been using Melody's products for over a year. Then she smiled and said, "I'm looking like Miss Deborah again." The comments section erupted. Hearts, tears, and praise flooded the screen. Melody's eyes softened, and she could barely contain her emotion. She congratulated Miss Pat on her victory, not just for surviving cancer, but for reclaiming her confidence. She celebrated her strength, her beauty, and her willingness to share such a personal story. "We are so proud of you," Melody said. "We are celebrating with you." It was no longer just a live shopping event, it was a healing moment. A community of women, many of whom had followed Melody through her toughest years, came together to celebrate another woman's survival and self-love. It was powerful. It was real. It was the definition of what Melody has built, a sisterhood bound by strength, success, and resilience. As the conversation continued, Melody used Miss Pat's story to remind everyone that self-care is not vanity. It's survival. It's the decision to love yourself even after life has tried to wear you down. She talked about how every product in her Hydrating Glow bundle is made with purpose: the foaming cleanser to clear away the day, the toner to restore balance, the moisturizer to feed the skin, and the lip primer to remind you that even the smallest detail matters. Every bottle, every jar, every formula is a reflection of her own journey, from being overlooked and underestimated to becoming a thriving entrepreneur who stands in her own light. And through it all, she made sure to make it accessible. She shared discount codes live, encouraging people to use both coupons, one for $7 off, one for $5, so they could get the full bundle for just $46, plus free shipping. It wasn't about pushing a sale, it was about making sure everyone who wanted to feel better about themselves had the chance to. Her generosity matched her energy, vibrant, humble, and giving. By the time there were only a few bundles left, the chat was filled with excitement. People were cheering each other on, celebrating their purchases like small victories. They were saying things like, "Got mine," and "Just ordered 2 so I don't run out." It wasn't just commerce, it was connection. And as the live came to a close, Melody took a moment to reflect. She thanked her brother Marcus for holding down the music and keeping the energy up. She gave shout-outs to customers by name, showing that she really does pay attention. She laughed with Donnie, interacted with her fans, and kept that same warmth that has made her brand grow beyond expectation. When she said, "We love y'all and appreciate y'all," it wasn't a slogan, it was the truth. You could hear it in her tone. Every thank you came from her heart. Every sale meant something. Every story mattered. That's what makes Melody's business so powerful, it's personal. Every live feels like family. Every order feels like support. Every testimony becomes a reflection of what happens when passion meets purpose. For years, Melody Shari has fought to redefine herself. She went from being known for her marriage and reality TV drama to building her empire with her own hands. And now, with every new success, from selling out products to inspiring women to glow inside and out, she's proving that her legacy is not tied to her past. It's built on her present. It's built on the women who believe in her. It's built on faith, consistency, and authenticity. This live session wasn't just another day of business. It was another chapter in Melody's story of reinvention. From surviving public heartbreak to creating a thriving beauty brand, she's turned her pain into power and her purpose into prosperity. She's built something that gives back, something that helps women feel beautiful again, inside and out. And perhaps the most inspiring part is that she's doing it all with grace. No shortcuts. No gimmicks. Just hard work, honesty, and heart. So when people say, Melody Shari just shocked everyone, it's not because she announced something scandalous or dramatic. It's because, once again, she reminded the world who she truly is, a builder, a believer, and a boss. Her win isn't about fame. It's about fulfillment. It's about giving back to the same community that stood by her through the storms. That's the kind of victory that keeps the internet talking, not for gossip, but for gratitude. Because in a world where so many people chase attention, Melody Shari continues to build intention. And that's what makes her story worth celebrating.